Hammer time!
Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to Hammer Horror Month, also known as September. This is the segment I'm doing with my good buddy, Joe the Horror Man, where we're going to talk about a different Hammer film every day for the month of September. Today we're going to be talking about The Gorgon. The Gorgon is a 1964 film which runs approximately 83 minutes and is directed by Terence Fisher. Now, he was responsible for The Horror of Dracula, Four-Sided Triangle, and Curse of Frankenstein. This stars Christopher Lee as Professor Carl Meiser, Peter Cushing as Dr. Namaroff, and Richard Pascoe as Paul Heinz. Now, Prudence Hyman, who plays the Gorgon, was almost decapitated for real. She was supposed to duck when Christopher Lee swung the sword. The assistant director pushed her out of the way just in time. After that, they decided to use a dummy. All right. Now, when Joe and I were talking about the Gorgon, the reptile is supposed to be a kind of a remake of the Gorgon. And I kind of get it. It has a very similar story. And other than the time period difference, which isn't really that big of a deal, it's almost the same film. Except for more or less two different monsters, which makes it fun. Now, in this story, you have a guy who comes back to town after learning that his father and his brother have both died in a very suspicious circumstance, very close together. He comes with his friend, Professor Meisner, played by Christopher Lee, and it seems that Dr. Namaroff, who's played by Peter Cushing, is keeping a town secret because the people who are getting picked off and killed are being turned to stone. I'm going to leave it there. This is a really fun movie. Christopher Lee has gone on the record and has said that this could have been one of the greatest Hammer films of all time, but they kind of skimped on the effects. In order to make Medusa's hair and the snakes kind of jet out, they had wires on her wig, and the wires went through the back, and they were pretty long apparently. So, the snakes didn't really look all that real. I thought it was neat. And to me, some of the charm of the Hammer films is seeing how much they can get away with, maybe. They do practical effects in some movies in very minimalist ways. And I think that that's pretty interesting. Now, also, of course, this whole decapitation scene, which I talked about earlier, they did use a dummy, and the dummy head was not very good. Now, granted, this is 1964, but I think they could have done a little bit better on that. All in all, this is a really fun movie. I mean, anything with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing in it, I'll watch it, because they are great together. Definitely check this one out, and don't forget to check out Joe's review of The Gorgon. Physical media matters. And until next time, peace.